Welcome to the first in a series of informative videos created by and for Toastmasters of District 35. This video will address the particulars of the Humorous Speech Contest as well as the Tall Tales Speech Contest, pointing out their similarities and their differences. First, let's take a look at their similarities. Whether you are eligible to compete or not is the same for both of these contests. You must be a member in good standing. So what does that mean exactly? It means your dues for the period you are competing in have been paid and submitted to Toastmasters International, and that your club is also in good standing with TI. The only other reason you could be deemed ineligible to compete in the Humorous or Tall Tale Speech Contest would be if you are participating in the contest as the chief judge or one of the contest judges, or if you hold a district leadership position as listed on this slide. You can also get a complete listing of those positions in the TI Speech Contest Rulebook. One other thing to keep in mind, as a contestant, you are also not permitted to be a presenter at an educational session for the district conference or convention at which you are competing. Let's take a closer look at each contest now, beginning with the Humorous Speech Contest. All humorous speeches must be 5 to 7 minutes long. Contestants are allowed a 30-second variance in either direction before they are disqualified. The rules of the Humorous Speech Contest are quite clear. The subject of the speech is entirely up to the contestant, but the contestant needs to take care to avoid any potentially objectionable language, anecdotes, or material. The speech must have a theme. And it is very important, just like any good Toastmaster speech, that it have an opening, a body, and a close with good transitions. Something else that is very important to keep in mind is that a humorous speech cannot be a monologue, which is defined as a series of one-liners. Let's take just a little time to look over what the judges are actually considering during the Humorous Speech Contest. The judging ballot is divided into 3 main categories, and each category is weighted, so the judge will be aware of the importance of that category in relation to the entire speech. The first section we're looking at is categorized as content, and should be weighted with 55% of the points awarded. In other words, content is the most important part of the humorous contest speech. The second section is categorized as delivery, and it's weighted with 30% of the points awarded. Delivery is still very important, but not as important as the content of the speech. The third section is categorized as language, and weighted with 15% of the points awarded. The complete judge's ballot with the descriptions of all of these categories is available as a free digital file download found on the Toastmasters International website. Let's move on to the Tall Tales Speech Contest. All Tall Tale speeches must be 3 to 5 minutes long, with a 30-second variance in either direction before disqualification. The rules of the Tall Tale Speech Contest are also quite clear. The subject of the speech is, once again, entirely up to the contestant, but the contestant needs to take care to make sure that the material in the speech is essentially original. They also need to keep in mind that the tall tale is a story with unbelievable elements related as if they were true and factual, such as The fish I caught was so big, it was bigger than the boat I was in. Always remember that there still needs to be a theme or plot to the story. Also, it's perfectly fine to make use of humor and or props. Next, we're going to take a look at the judges' ballot in the Tall Tales speech contest, and you will notice very quickly that what the judges are looking for is considerably different than what they were looking for in the humorous speech contest. The most weight in the Tall Tales speech contest is assigned not to content, as was the case in the humorous contest, but to delivery. Delivery in the Tall Tales contest is weighted at 55%. Content in the Tall Tales contest is weighted at 30%. Obviously still important, but far less important than delivery, which is the total opposite of the humorous speech contest. The third section is categorized as language and is weighted with 15% of the points awarded. Once again, the complete judges' ballot with the descriptions of all these categories is available as a free digital file download found on the Toastmasters International website. In case you have any questions which haven't been answered in this short video, please be sure to check the contest rulebook, which is available as a free download on the Toastmasters International website, or you can contact any district leader. A list of all our district leaders can be found on the District 35 website. Or you could always put your question out there on one of our District 35 social media sites. Be sure to consider participating in your club's humorous and tall tales speech contests. While it may take you outside your comfort zone, isn't that why you joined Toastmasters in the first place? To try new things, to develop new skills, to find unique opportunities to challenge your boundaries. Remember, a wise person once said, "The only one who loses in a contest is the one who never tried." Have a great day.